showing you right now are already, there's already new stuff built into these versions and stuff that we're working on compared to the versions that we've already submitted to the App Store. So these are development versions. They're not going to be perfect. The versions in the app stores have been fully vetted out. We develop an app first, we then put it through QA, then UAT, and then we go and release that out. These ones have not really been tested at all. So just a hint, if we see something wonky, it's because they're development versions, all right? If everybody understands that, make sure you hit yes. So we're not getting like, oh, why is this happening? Why is that happening? I want you to understand that a little bit. So on the left side, you see the phone where I have the Rider app. I'm going to go ahead and open that. So there you go. The Rider app right there. On the right side, you see the phone where I'm going to go ahead and open the driver app, all right? So as you can see, this driver's already made $407 today, having a pretty solid day with 8 trips. I love it. Now, these are some longer trips. I was testing it out, so don't take these as earnings potentials for you in 8 trips. I'm just testing over here in different types of trip scenarios. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and go online on the Rider app, on the driver app on the right side. So for those of you that are drivers on Lyft, you'll be very familiar with how to do this. There's a toggle on the bottom right. You simply press that toggle, and it'll go ahead and take you online. On the left side, what you'll notice is the driver app is up. So hold on one second. Sorry. I forgot to switch my Wi-Fi over here. Give me 1 second. There we go. All right. So now on the right side, the driver app, one thing I want you to notice is I'm going to go ahead and go offline. So notice the car on the left side. Are you guys seeing the screen where I'm looking at my location on the Rider? So when I go online, the car shows up right there. All right, as available. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and request a ride.
Hey, Taha, can you move that icon or no?
So you're not able to pick your location by moving the pin on the map yet. That's the feature we talked about in the grooming meeting today. So we're going to work on that in the next sprint. Right now, that icon is going to auto drop to what we estimate your pickup location to be. So now I'm going to go ahead and get in here and choose a pickup location. So let's go ahead and X this out, and let's say pickup location I want to put is Rite Aid Pharmacy and Smyrna. So I was going to put that as pickup. And where do I want to go? Let's say I want to go to Best Buy in Dover. Type Best Buy way too many times.
Who likes that so far?
There you go. Yep. So it autofills through Google Places API. So Best Buy is about like a 20-minute drive down the street. So the fare is coming up to be $21.56. So I'm going to go ahead and request a ride. And what you'll notice is first it shows me my pickup and drop-off address. It shows me the fare. If I didn't add a credit card, I could add that here by clicking that credit card option. I'm going to go ahead and hit confirm booking. And as you can see on the right side, that booking came through. I can slide right to accept it. And then on the Rider app, it says your ride has been accepted by, it tells the driver's name, your ride has been accepted by Taha. Then what it's doing is, it's actually checking the rider's credit card to make sure they have enough money. It's not charging money, it's just doing an auth on their credit card to make sure they have the money to pay for the ride. Once they do have the money, then we tell the driver, all right, you can go pick up this rider from their pickup location. So as you can see to me now, it's telling me that I can navigate to pick up Nichelle from her current pickup location.
Hey, Taha, can you zoom out on the map or no?
You can, yep. If you like, you can zoom out. Sorry, I'm getting a little click happy there. So that's where the pickup location is of my rider in this case. I would drive to that pickup location.
Very cool.
On the Rider app, it's showing the car's location. I happen to be at the same spot, so obviously it's showing my location right now. But I'm going to go ahead and mimic, for those of you who are Lyft drivers, you know that in Lyft, when you arrive at the pickup spot, you have to manually do, I think this right here is covering up the bottom part of the screen. But over here, what it says is, I have arrived. So you have to slide in Lyft, or in Lyft, you have to hit a button and say confirm that I have arrived. So we built it the same way. I'm going to slide to say I have arrived. Everything in our app works with sliding to the right to accept, sliding to the right to move forward. So I'm going to say, yep, I have arrived at the pickup location to pick up this rider. And the rider gets a notice saying, your driver Taha has arrived. So if they're inside, they'll get a notice, hey, get your butt out there. Your driver's waiting, right? So then what's going to happen is I'm going to go ahead. I'm in the car, with the driver, and the driver in this case wants to start the trip. So I'll be like, well, hello, Michelle, welcome to your trip ride. May I have your one? So when I slide right, what it does is on the driver app, it asks, get the one-time passcode from Michelle to start the ride. And on the rider app, it's saying, give this one-time passcode to your driver, Taha, in order to start your ride. So it's very clear. You can't confuse it, right? So then as a driver, I'm going to say, hey, Michelle, can I have your one-time passcode to start this ride? So Michelle will be like, sure, it's 1228. I'm like, great. And I enter the passcode and hit start trip. And then Nishal gets a notice that your trip with Taha to Best Buy, North Tupon Highway, Dover, Delaware has started. Great. So the trip has started at this point, and I can go ahead and continue on with the navigation. I can navigate with Google Maps or Waze. So a lot of you drivers love using
people
Waze.
asking that.
Yes, you can do that. Right now, you'll be able to pick that preference on each ride. So sometimes you're in an area. I know I'm in some areas where Waze reception isn't so hot, so I'll use Google Maps instead. So you can use it on each ride. And we're also looking to make a default preference where you don't have to choose it every time. So that's coming in the future. So then once you've arrived at the location, right, guys? Before we do that, let me show you a few features. So on the rider app, you can see there's a Zen button on the bottom right, right here on this part of the screen. So when I hit this, it sends a push notification to the driver saying rider activated Zen mode. And also on the top of the driver app, it says Zen mode activated. This is a quiet ride, right? So that's something that's really important. And then on both the rider and driver apps, you have the panic SOS button. When you click it, it's an easy dial to 911. One button dial to 911 that you can do right now. So it's one of the first iterations of the safety features that we're doing in our app. I went ahead and escaped out of my reflector here. Give me 1 second. I'm going to mirror the screen one more time. Stop mirroring. Are you seeing one screen on the computer or two screens, David?
One screen. Michelle's phone.
Give it 1 second. There we go. Perfect. We are back in business. So now, some pretty cool features going out. OTP, Zen mode, panic button with SOS. And when I go ahead and finish ride, what it's doing is going ahead and calculating the ride total one more time. And this is the best part about us compared to any other company that's currently in the rideshare industry is our transparency. Your receipt will match exactly the driver's receipt. The rider receipt and driver receipt match to the T. So you can see that the total fare is $21.56, and the total fare on the rider receipt on the left side is $21.56. And we explain what's going on with the receipt. So I'll go down here to the explanation part. So look at the total fare on both of them is $21.56, and then we show driver earnings are $17.48. Well, hey, you might ask, well, how come there's a difference? Who's taking the rest? So then we explain it. We say, okay, there's a booking fee from Tryp. In New York, our booking fee is 80 cents right now. That may go down, may go up, depending on how the market does, but we feel 80 cents is a great booking fee to start off with. We don't want to take too much of a chunk from the driver earnings because our commitment is to give drivers 100% of the ride fare. So what is the driver getting then? There's two things the driver gets. Driver gets driver earnings, which on the driver app that you can see shows as your earnings on the right side. This app is the driver app. It shows your earnings are $17.48. And to the rider, we tell, hey, your driver has earned $17.48. We don't hide anything. Then driver reimbursements. We're reimbursing the driver $1.16. And we're telling the rider that these are going directly to the driver's account as reimbursements for what? For tolls. If there were any tolls, we add that to your account. And if there's a credit card processing fee, which there is on every transaction, we send that money over to you. We charge the rider and we put that money in your account so you don't have to pay the credit card processing fee. And the reason we have to be transparent about this is Uber and Lyft can manage to take a huge chunk of the money and then pay you whatever they want. We don't take any cut from you. So we have to actually compensate you the money for any cost that you may incur so that you're making as much money as possible per ride. Then if you go down below, there's taxes and fees, and we explain a high-level summary of, hey, here's what the taxes and fees are. But what's really cool is we don't leave it there. we give you a detailed breakdown. So for the driver on the right side, we have an earnings breakdown. And on the rider app, we show them what the driver earnings are. So in New York, there's no base fare for us. We show both the driver and rider exactly how many miles the ride was and what the per mile rate was. In New York, it's $1.26. If you multiply these two, you get this amount. Super transparent. I hope you guys like that. You guys like the transparency? No, nothing is hidden.
I'm blown away. Even though we work on this every day, it's so cool to see it like this. And I hope you guys appreciate it. That you just had a real ride, demo before anybody else, before even New York. So
yep.
Whoever's on the call today, right? First of the year, you guys got to experience. I'm sure Taha's gonna talk a little bit more here, but this is so cool. Who think that this is gonna, this is just the start, by the way, you guys. This is the first version, right? Yep. It's a very stripped down version of what our plans are. And who thinks that this is gonna make a huge impact in the industry? I certainly think so.
Definitely. I think we're going to disrupt by doing the right thing. And the right thing is this is the part that makes up the ride fare, which is the distance, duration, wait time, and cancellation fee. And right there, you can see exactly the amount that is charged to the rider on the left side is the amount that you earn on the right side. There's nothing that we take from that. $17.48 was charged, $17.48 was given. And furthermore, we actually charge the rider the credit card processing fee, 91 cents in this case, and we give that entire fee to you. So when Stripe takes that fee out of your account, it's already paid for by the rider. So your net cost is $0. You might actually end up making some because we add a 1% buffer in there. And then tolls are calculated automatically through an API partnership that we have. And then that toll is also given to you right there ahead of time. And then we come down here. In New York, there are certain fees that apply. So the Black Car Fund applies, New York sales tax applies. We show the rider that the amount we're charging them, and we put that. So this is the amount that we actually extract from your account because we don't want you to deal with paying the Black Car Fund organization in New York, the sales taxes for New York, airport fees. That's where our software goes to work for you, which is how it's supposed to be. We're supposed to be working for you, the drivers, and you're supposed to work and service your customers, the riders. So we actually, through our software automation, the money goes from the rider's account into your merchant account. And then we take out first all the taxes and fees because you have to pay that in order to be legal and compliant. And we calculate that to the T. We have all the records for it. So you have to worry about none of that. You can focus on just servicing your customers. And then second thing we take out, which is our earnings on the ride to sustain our platform so that we can be there to create great products for you, which is this booking fee, 80 cents. And a lot of this goes back into the rider pool to provide great benefits for riders and to provide rewards for riders. The rest comes to us for operational costs and to keep our lights on. So what do you guys think? Pretty cool, right? If you guys like this, let us know. But this is where we're at. Lots and lots of hard work went into this. And we're finally at the point where we're going to be launching this and going out in the market as soon as the apps get approved from Apple. And then we have the Android app published through them as well, which we're going to work on tonight with them to figure out why they're holding it up right now.
My friend, I can't think of a better way to start the year by having this demo here for you guys. Again, this was a real demo, right? It's a real ride. Obviously, Taha didn't get out of his house to drive, but you saw the entire process at firsthand. We're definitely excited. I love all you guys' comments. People are just, 99% of you guys are just blown away. Of course, there's always going to be a hater here and there, but it's all good. And you guys are amazing. All we do is for you guys. And something that Taha said, it's very, very true. We work for you guys, right? I mean the drivers out there. You're paying us, right, for the subscription. It's our job to deliver amazing product and continue to improve on that product.